Emma Thornton needs daily medication to control her epilepsy. Thornton's medications are covered by insurance, but that's because she switched one of her medications, Triliptol, from the brand name to the generic.
I was going back to school, and so you had to go with the student health plan, and they didn't cover it. So I went, okay, we need to cut this a little bit. So I went back to the generic, and I just stayed there.
Most medications are at least partially covered by Alberta Health and Wellness. However, the brand name Triliptol and generic counterpart are left off that list. Triliptol was first reviewed by Alberta Health and Wellness back in 2004 when it was relatively new in Canada.
At the time, when they did review it, they found that there was no therapeutic advantage for that particular medication over others, and so it wasn't covered.
There is a process for adding new medications to the benefit list.
When drugs are asked to be considered to be added to the drug benefit list, there is a whole submission process that they need to go through, and it requires extensive information. So usually it's a pharmaceutical company that will make that submission. It's not often that a physician would do it on their own.
When neurologists request a medication be listed, it's on a case-by-case basis. For example, the doctor needs to fully explain why the medication is needed for that particular patient.
So it's a one-on-one process. And then it goes before a review committee of doctors. And they will sort of look at any past history that they have relating to that particular medication and decide yay or nay. There's a long list of medications that are used to treat the 44 known types of epileptic seizures. And that particular one is the only one that I know of that is not specifically approved by Alberta Health and Wellness.
Sampley was never told why the medication wasn't funded by the government. Triliptol can be used to treat other conditions besides epilepsy.
And subsequently it was discovered through research that it could be used for the treatment of depression and bipolar issues, that perhaps there is some concern there on the part of Alberta Health and Wellness. I don't know that. It also does have, like a lot of medications, some side effects, one of which is, in a lot of people, it can cause a severe rash. But again, I can only speculate that that's their reason.
Thornton is doing well on the generic brand. If the brand name were funded, though, she would want to switch.
Everywhere you look, you get a different answer as to whether the brand name and the generic are the same thing, milligrams versus concentration and whatnot. And if it were better, I think it's worth a chance. I've really experienced better result from some of the brand name medications in the past. So I think it's worth it.
Tammy Karatchuk, Shaw TV, Capital Region.